There's too many content out there on social media about how to train when you want to become a jacked bodybuilder, or how to train when you want to become the next top CrossFit athlete. Basically, how to train when you are just a 20-year-old student who is in your dorm and who pretty much just has all the time in the world. But there's no content on how to train when you are an overworked, overstressed, overproductive expat living here in China. So today I'm going to cover all of that. If you have fat loss goals, if you have productivity, well-being, energy goals, and that you struggle big time with creating the perfect workout plan that will fit into your lifestyle, this video is for you. If you are new here, guys, then you might already know that there's not many episodes or videos or podcasts yet on my channel, and that's simply because I used to not be too much of a long format type of person, but you know, life happens, we change, and so at the moment I'm trying to pick up the pace. So I'm trying to upload once a week. So in order for you to not miss my next episode, make sure to subscribe, make sure to turn on your post notification, or if you don't want to hear from me anymore, then pretty much just leave a like and just go away. All right, now back to the topic of our conversation. So what I'm going to talk about today is pretty much how I've helped most of my clients turn their body from fat storing mode to fat burning mode and pretty much build the body of their dream, meaning a body that is, you know, looking good, a body that is performing well, and a body that pretty much they are proud of after they have struggled for a long period of time with a lot of body fat that they could not get rid of. All right, I'm gonna give you the blueprint, because those people that I've helped them without sending them to the gym more than 2 to 3 times a week, which is pretty interesting. Okay, so firstly, I am going to speak about what I will not be speaking about today, which is cardio. All right, let's just start there. Let's just pretty much eliminate the undesired and pretty much, okay, no, let me not say undesired, but let's eliminate what is not going to be the direct and also the most biggest and important influence for your goals, and it is cardio. So what is cardio? To make it really simple, is the fact of, you know, whatever, running, doing something that raises your heart rate up and that pretty much gets you to breathe super hard and the struggle to maintain your breath at a high level and your heart rate at a high level for a long period of time. The fact of getting there and staying there and exercising to pretty much improve your performance by staying there is what cardio is about. Okay, so it is not a bad type of workout per se. I'm not here to shit on cardio. However, never in my life I've heard about someone who said that they wanted to lose weight and look like shit. All right. Whenever it comes to weight loss, someone always also has goals of, hey, I want to lose weight and build my glutes. Hey, I want to lose weight and be able to play around and lift my kids up. Hey, I want to lose weight and be able to pick up the groceries. Hey, I want to lose weight and be able to have some abs. Hey, I want to lose weight and be able to pretty much feel strong in my body, feel tone, have an appealing physique, and look good during sex. And cardio will not help you achieve any of those goals. Cardio will help you lose weight, but cardio will not help you lose body fat, keep it up forever, and cardio will not help you build the physique that you will be proud of. And this surprisingly usually shock people when I speak about it, but let's just look at a very simple analogy here. Okay, have you ever seen sprint runners? I'm not sure what's the name of this champion marathon runner, Eliud Kipchoge, Eliud Kipchoge, I believe. Google him. Just Google. I believe he's Kenyan marathon runner champion. Google him, and then Google Usain Bolt. Okay, you'll see a big difference right away. You'll see that the champion marathon runner is pretty skinny, pretty thin. You'll see that Usain Bolt is pretty actually look athletic. And that's because Usain Bolt, in addition to doing his sprint runs and all of his track workouts, does a lot of weightlifting in addition to doing his short intensity cardio. Eliud Kipchoge is thin because all that he does is long distance runs. Okay, so cardio, again, improves your stamina, improves your sensations of well-being, but cardio does not really play a much positive role in terms of building a body. All right. So now that I've convinced you, now that I have you on my side, let's proceed to what we are really going to be speaking about today, which I've already given you a little bit of a spoiler alert, which is weightlifting. Okay, so what is weightlifting? is the fact of, actually, let me not say weightlifting, because most of you guys now are going to believe that you need to pick up a weight in order for this to work. Let's say resistance training. Resistance training is a form of training during which you do a specific exercise for a specific muscle group, and that you push yourself until you reach a level where you feel that fatigue, and that you try to keep pushing again so that you can grow out of that, right? That exact moment during which you keep pushing, and while it burns, you still aim to, reach your limit, is the resistance part in the resistance workout. So resistance workout is pretty much everything that build muscle strength or muscle mass. Okay, and this is where it becomes very interesting, because if you are able to build muscle strength and muscle mass, your body is going to benefit of it in a lot of ways. Firstly, without even going further, the fact of lifting weights and building muscle is going to make you look better even with some body fat on. So it's actually a pretty interesting hack. If, for example, you don't want to, commit too much to your diet, to your caloric deficit, if, for example, you don't actually really want to make the effort of losing fat, which surprisingly some people do think that way, and if you just want to look a little bit like you, as someone who takes care of themselves, and you just want to kind of like improve your shape, the fact of lifting weight in itself is going to improve that, right? It's going to give you shape. And actually, if done over the course of a long period of time, you can lose body fat just by doing that. Not body weight, but body fat. Why does that happen? You lose body fat because muscle is something that uses a lot of energy. Muscles, in order for your body to preserve muscle, in order for your body to keep that muscle on, your body starts to learn how to burn additional calories. Sometimes your body will also learn how to burn fat in order to keep the muscle on. But the biggest thing is burning calories. So by doing weightlifting while you are on some form of weight loss or physical transformation goals, can enable you to, with the exact same calories that you consume, lose additional body fat progressively and over time, simply by ways of doing more resistance training and by ways of building more muscle strength and building more muscle mass, which is going to increase your metabolism and make your metabolism burn additional calories on its own. So building muscle is one of those very powerful techniques that can help you build your body without having to go to the gym all the time. That's the problem with cardio, and that's one of the reasons why I don't like it when people see cardio as the main tool for them to lose weight. When you do a lot of cardio, you get better at cardio. Your body actually loses more muscles as you do cardio, and with less muscles, your body will then also decrease its metabolism, meaning that progressively your body turns into a calorie saving machine as you get better at cardio, while by doing strength training, weightlifting, resistance workouts, your body progressively become a calorie burn machine. All right, so that's pretty interesting. Now, what are the different types of workout schedule that exist in weightlifting? Because this is where everybody gets it twisted. I come across many clients who already know the value of weightlifting, but their biggest problem is to find the time to go there. All right, they think that they need to be at the gym 2 hours every day, 5 days to 6 days a week, and to pretty much lift weights during for all that time, for that long and that often. Who do you think you are? Are you trying to compete to become the next Mr. Olympia? Or are you trying to just look slightly better, lose some body fat, and be proud of what you see in the mirror and fit better in your clothes? There's a big difference between these two things. Most of you guys watching or listening to this train as if you wanted to become a professional athlete. So that's why you're out there training several times a day, training several times a week, thinking that the more you do, the more results you'll get, thinking that if your favorite fitness influencer has done it, you should do it too. But something that you don't know is that the difference between you and your favorite fitness influencer is the fact that they have the time, they're literally paid to train, and also, most of the time, they are on some form of performance enhancing drugs. So, of course, they can afford to train all the time, every day, and several times a day, because their recovery ability is way higher than yours. And also because their time, the level of commitment, and the importance of working out for them is way bigger and way much more convincing than you. You go to sleep tonight, go to work tomorrow, working in sales for Volkswagen, working as a CEO, as a general manager for the Regent Hotel Beijing. You watching this are going to work as a principal of school, and yet you are going to live your workout life and approach your day-to-day workout as if you are going to become the next Ronnie Coleman. No, it's time to understand the difference between the life and the training and the habits of a professional athlete, and what should be the habits and the training and the life of you as a busy expat who have work, who have kids, and who have pretty much a life that's already packed. You need to approach your training by being super, super smart, which is why in order for you to see how often you should go to the gym, we are going to look into the three biggest workout splits that I know work a lot for my clients. So the first workout split is going to be a full body split, 2 days a week to 3 days a week. Full body split means you are going to work on train everything, do maybe 1 to 2 exercises per muscle group. So a very simple example would be, you can do some squats, and then you can do some deadlift. This is the thing, by the way, when you do full body workout, you need that workout to be loud enough. You need that workout to be challenging enough so that you can really increase the rate at which you will build muscle from that workout. So you need to choose and you need to pick what we call compound exercise. You need to pick exercises that burn a lot of calories. So maybe you're gonna do 2 exercises for your legs, and then after that you come up. I personally like to always start with the legs because that's the muscle that use a lot of freaking energy. So I prefer to just get it over with at the beginning of my session and then use whatever I have left to work on the back, to work on the chest, the shoulders, and the arms and the core. And then after legs, we do the back. So 2 exercises for the back as well. Maybe some bands over rows as well as some lateral pull down. Then you move to the chest. You're going to do maybe some push-ups as well as some chest presses. Then you move to the shoulders. You're going to do some overhead shoulder press followed by lateral raises. Then you're going to do 1 exercise for the triceps and 1 exercise for the bicep, and you have your workout. And you are going to repeat that same workout another time after 2 days and another time after 2 days. The third time is optional because studies show us that the fact of doing one full body workout, doing it hard enough and training for a minimum of 1 hour to a maximum of 2 hours in 1 week is enough to create results. So that means you only need one workout per week. That's the reality. And anything that you do in addition to that is just a bonus. So if you are able to go 1 time, that's already good. Props to you. If you are able to go 2 times, that's even better. That's already the bonus. Your body's gonna get into a faster feedback loop and improve and grow faster as a result of that. If you are able to go 3 times, that's even better. Now you have done and trained the same muscle group 3 times in the next week. And for the rest of the week, which means you still have 4 days, you don't have to think of going to the gym at all. That's why I like full body workouts, because it gives you the freedom of still being able to be present for whatever else you have during the week. Something that people usually do is when they train, and this is actually the second type of workout schedule, is the fact of going to the gym to do just one muscle group every time. So like, I'll go today, I'll do the chest. I'll go tomorrow, I'll do the back. I'll go the next day, I'll do the shoulder, and so on and so forth. One muscle group per time, one muscle group per session. And this is not a bad workout routine per se, but again, this works only for people who can afford to be at the gym every day. This type of workout in which you train only one muscle group or 2 muscle groups every time you go is for the people who can afford to spend that much and that often amount of time at the gym. But that's not your case. You barely have 1 hour to yourself to work out. So you need to squeeze in as much effort as possible in that 1 hour and hope that you'll find that 1 hour again, which is where full body workout is very beneficial compared to just doing one muscle group per day. Because let's imagine that you're the type of guy who thinks that you want to become, who thinks that you're hot shit and who can commit to going to the gym once a day every day. Let's suppose that a meeting comes in late minute on Tuesday. Let's suppose that you need to travel out for a business trip last minute as well on Thursday. Let's suppose that on Sunday you come back from all of your trips and you fall sick. You will have missed 3 workouts in your week. You will have not trained 3 muscle groups for that week, which already is leaving you way far behind. But let's imagine that you do a full body workout today, you hit everything, you really have fun, you jam it up, and you are then not able to go after 2 days because you have your business meeting or maybe business dinner with some other local executives. There's going to be a lot of drinking, there's going to be a lot of eating, so the next day you'll be hungover, you'll not be able to train, so you'll miss 1 workout, but that's okay. Maybe after maybe this is the first workout, and then 5 days after that workout is only then, that's only the time where you are able to go for another workout again. That's fine. And even if the very first workout that I mentioned was the only workout that you did, at least you will have already trained every muscle groups. So full body workouts are really beneficial for that, which is why I like them personally. Okay, so now we got 2 types of workout split. We got the full body workout 2 times a week to 3 times a week. Even 1 time a week is enough for the full body workout. I've had many clients who are able to lose their weight and who are able to pretty much just, the most important piece of this is the fact that it is sustainable. It is not fancy, but it is sustainable. I know that many people want to go more often. They want to go and, be intense with the workout, but being intense does not always need to sustainability. So that's why with your workouts, with your diet, and with everything, you need to keep things minimalistic. Minimalistic is not going to feel impressive, but if it fits your lifestyle, then it's actually going to do magic. It is way better to do something that fits you, something that embraces your daily schedule, something that take in account the fact that you don't always have that time, so that you don't feel any sense of guilt, so that you don't feel any sense of pressure to stick to things, and so that you can ensure that you stick to things for a long period of time. That right there to me is the aspect of a fitness journey, a weight loss journey, a workout journey that many expats neglect. They are stuck thinking that they need to do all the HIIT workouts every day, they need to eliminate this kinds of food every day. How are you going to be able to eliminate food and, I don't know, like for example, go on a keto diet if you have kids who love pizza on a Saturday? You're fucked. There's no way you're going to be able to stick to that diet. So starting a keto diet sound fancy? Yeah, sure, but when you look at how the keto diet will be implemented into your personal life, it is not gonna work. So this is a nutrition topic, so there are many other videos about nutrition on my channel. Go visit, but all that I'm trying to say here is sometimes we get caught up trying to look for the fancy stuff, not realizing that the fancy stuff will not work for us. Again, for us, I emphasize on the fact that this content that I'm making is catered toward busy, highly productive, and high performing expats. If you listen to this and you are someone who has a lot of time, and you're someone who has done things another way and who has seen results with actually all the opposite of what I'm saying, that's good for you. That's really good for you. I'm not saying that the other methods don't work. They work, but they just don't work well for the demographic and the profile of the people whom I'm speaking to right here on this video and whom I've been helping for now over 6 years. Anyway, I digress. Where I was. So the first workout schedule is full body workout 1 to 3 times a week. The second workout schedule is, body part split 1 day a week. Not my favorite one. You can do it if you can ensure that you can show up every day and never miss a workout, which to me is too much pressure. As for me personally, I like to give my clients time to also pretty much have a life. That's why I never really put my clients through a workout program that requires more than 3 or 4 times a week, because for the rest of the week, focus on nutrition, focus on your step, focus on your sleep, and you will see results, right? And so this actually brings us to what I'm about to also really point out, another very important point, which is at the end of the day, whatever kind of workout tip I'm giving you here today, if you don't nail your nutrition, if you don't eat a high protein diet, if you don't drink enough water, if you don't, consume your creatine, your fish oil, your vitamin D, and all of that good stuff, if you don't sleep enough, if you don't have some form of rest and reset at least once a week or every other week, if you don't stretch, if you don't pay attention to the other 80% of the journey, then the 20% that you do here at the gym is not going to help. So that's actually how I've been able to help many clients transform, is because instead of placing so much pressure and focus and too much attention on the workout, I just give them something simple to do, and then we work really hard on everything else: the calories, the supplements, the sleep, the steps, stress management, all of those things, because those things are what really move the needle. Okay. Now, here comes the third workout split that I usually recommend this to my advanced clients who have already spent quite a bit of time doing the very first one, the full body one. It is an upper lower format, 4 times a week. This is, I like to split it in 4 times a week simply because if you can go to the gym 4 times a week, then there is room to kind of play around more now. There is room to, go to the gym on one session and focus more on, a specific muscle group, kind of like really working on the quality. And also, if you can go to the gym 4 times a week and do full body workouts on the 4 times, you're gonna burn out. Full body workouts are too powerful for you to do them more than 3 times a week. That's also the thing, actually. Full body workout is low commitment, high reward. But if you can go to the gym more than 4 times, if you can go to the gym more than 4 times a week, it's better to now split things. So upper, lower, upper, lower, upper, lower will work best for you. I highly recommend to always have at least one day of rest in between your workout. Unless it's upper, lower, upper, lower. If it's a full body workout, I prefer to have, a workout today, a rest the next day, a workout today, a rest the next day, right? And that's simply because I like to pretty much keep my clients active some way several times throughout the week, instead of, just telling them to go, 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 and then nothing else for the rest of the week. I don't like that aspect right there. I prefer to make them do a little something today, rest tomorrow, not do much, and then tomorrow we restart the machine again. I like that right there. And also simply because recovery is important. If you do workouts that are powerful, such as any sort of full body workout, then you need a minimum of 24 hours of rest before going again. Because the next time you go, again, this is if you are on a full body workout format, the next time you go, you'll hit the same muscle groups again. So you better make sure that you have given those muscle enough rest before hitting them again. All right. So that's pretty much how to train while not having enough time and while not being able to commit too much. If you lack of the energy, if you lack of the time, then full body workouts and also just going to the gym 1 to 2 times a day, I find is less intimidating, is also more realistic to think of, because we're just thinking, hey, okay, cool, I have 7 days in a week, I just need to find that mental grit, that mental toughness to go to the gym only 2 times a week. It's less of a mind fuck, because imagine being, for example, a mom having to take care of her 2 years old baby, and no, let's say 4 years old, because with 2 years old there's literally nothing that moms can do. I've had a lot of scenarios like that before, but let's say a 4 to 5 years old who can already kind of take care of themselves, and then they have an IE who come. Imagine being a mom who has a kid and who has I don't know, some sort of leadership role at the international school around the block. Imagine telling her that, hey, you need to be at the gym for 2 hours every day. Yeah, fuck you, bro. No freaking way, because let's not forget that mom, in addition to having kids and a full-time work with a lot of responsibility, she also has a social life. She has a spouse. Obviously, she has a significant other, which all of that already occupies a lot of her time. So it's way better to tell her, hey, Amanda, let's commit to go to the gym 2 times a week, work on the entire body, and make that workout count. That right there, whenever I positioned and I introduced a workout program in that way with my most busiest clients, it was never received with any tone of negativity. It was like, huh, I can actually do that? Are you sure that's gonna work? I'm like, yes, you bet. And so I like full body workout because of that reason, because it's not intimidating. People sometimes they are not motivated to go to the gym simply because they are intimidated by everything that they have to do while at the gym, right? And so that's pretty much what I wanted to speak about today, guys. If you want to transform your body, then cardio works, sure. But if you really want to transform your body, actually improve your body composition, build some muscle and make sure that you can retain that muscle and keep burning fat without having to run for hours on the treadmill, which again, I respect. But it is just not the best thing to do. So lift some weights, commit to going to the gym 1 to 3 times a week, and do some compound exercises. Train to improve your resistance and your strength, and you'll see that if in addition to that you pay attention to your diet and all the other aspects of your lifestyle, you will transform. And if you need help with that, if you need a personalized meal plan, a workout plan that will integrate directly into your lifestyle, that will take consideration of your available time, if you can train for only 15 minutes or 30 minutes or 1 hour or 4 hours per week, then we can put that together for you. Either it's at home, either it's at the gym. In my coaching program, I really try to pay attention to all of those things. And also, if you need, in addition to that, customized meal plan, macro prescription, as well as optimization of your daily habits so that you can lose weight in a non-invasive, flexible, and stress-free way, then you and I should have a chat. Hit the link in the description to schedule a free consultation call with me, and we'll see if we can work together. Until then, I'll catch you in the next podcast episode. Bye-bye.